Gamut is dead.
Yes, he is.
Well, now I am surprised. Wouldn't have thought it'd leave you looking like a Prios novice cheated at a shell game.
Me neither.
And I have another surprise.
I hope it's better than the last one.
Attractive. Young.
Undead.
You?
Exactly. I haven't been cast down into the nether hells, even though Gamut is dead. Isn't that great?
Do you know what you're going to do now?
You mean whether I'll stay here or leave Clawmore? I don't know. I don't have the faintest idea. Of course I want to see my father again, but not as an undead.
Well, you're not exactly ugly.
Really?
Yes, not repulsive or slimy anyway. And you've kept your sense of humor too.
It almost sounds as if you're a little in love with me.
Well, if I weren't looking for Calandra, you certainly wouldn't be the worst choice.
Oh, too bad. But I'm sure the bards will sing songs about you and Calandra. It's so romantic.
What does that mean? Falgunitoth doesn't have possession of your soul.
At least not so firmly that she can wrest my soul away. Thanks to you, I'm free.
My heart leaps for joy.
Do you think there's something like an afterlife for the undead?
I can only guess, but you'll find out someday.
Hopefully not too soon.
Gamat gave me his piece of the Alhanian artifact.
Will you use it?
I'll take it to Fernfield with me to help convince the villagers.
But maybe there are more of these fragments. Maybe I can use this magic to come back to life.
I really don't know if the magic is that powerful. I'm afraid you'll have to remain undead for a while.
Hey, that wasn't very sensitive of you.
You didn't even bat an eyelash as Gamat gasped out his last breath, either.
I'm just happy that I'm still alive. Well, sort of.
And what about your Rio?
Oh, Rio. My Rio. Do you think he will love me as undead?
If you two are serious about it, he'll have to love you the way you are now. And I'm sure Rio would like to at least sing about you a little. On a harp strung with spider silk.
How romantic.
I'm gonna head for Fernfield now.
I hope you make the right decisions.
I wish the same, pretty Latika.
Perhaps we will see each other again.
Perhaps.
You're back!
I am.
From the pit!
Yes.
Like Gamut! And you're wearing his talisman! You're the new savior!
Rio, I'm not the savior.
Only the true savior denies his divinity.
What?
You have revealed yourself just in time, savior. Gamut's flight confused people. Genla has captured Ulev and preaches of the old gods. She wants to destroy our faith, savior.
I don't have time for this orc shit right now. Take me to Genla, quick.
As you wish, savior.
Long enough have you lived in sin, but now the wind has turned. A storm has blown the seeds of faith to Fernfield.
Genla! What are you doing?
The people of Fernfield pass judgment on those who deceive them. Long enough has heresy prevailed in this place. Gamut was a fraud, and Ulef his lackey. Gamut's flight proved it, and Ulef too will soon confess his misdeeds. Chiron, you have returned. Gamut is defeated. You wear his talisman. Which side are you on?
Gamut deceived you all. He was nothing but a necromancer who drew his power from this talisman. He used it to relieve your pain. but also to fuddle your senses. The paradise to which your dead were to go was a lie. Gamat used their undead bodies, making them dig for magical treasures beyond the Great Gorge. They were not buried according to the divine commandments. This enabled the demonic forces of the swamp to take possession of their bodies. No one knows what became of the souls of your chosen. The root of the problem was this talisman. It seduced Gamat and Ulef to their misdeeds. In your names, will I take this instrument of the Nether Hells far, far away, where it can cause no further damage.
Well spoken, Chiron. And now, in the name of the goddess, it is time those who serve the blasphemer were judged. Ulef, liar, coward, and servant of demons! With your words and deeds you have condemned dozens of souls to damnation! We can no longer tolerate you among us!
Genla, you are no better than he if you execute him now.
Silence, Chiron! You have done your part. Now it is up to Fernfield to decide. You preferred to spit on the goddess Peraine's compassion rather than join us in fighting the terrible plague. Your unholy master Gamat inflicted a deep wound upon this village. We need to cauterize it, so that the gangrene does not affect the entire community. In his name, you abused trust and sacrificed souls. May the gods have mercy on you. This day, Fernfield will not.
Gainler's preaching inflamed the hearts of the Fernfielders to new faith in the old gods. In holy anger, they ended Ulef's life in a dark mudhole. Then they went to the place Gamat had described to them as paradise. With hoes and scythes, they delivered their friends and relatives from their miserable undead existences. For many of the ailing, this was the last thing they did. But at every funeral mass Gainler read after that, the Fernfielders knew their souls were saved. Once again, they could distinguish between good and evil. However, the ancient Alhania secret that could have healed the plague remained submerged in the Clawmaw. Chiron moved on. He had to know how and why Azaril had blessed him with the magical powers, thereby making him Calandra's mortal enemy. And Warunk would hold his answers.
Those snots in the upper town don't care whether we eat dirt down here or die on our own shit. Freed city. Freed of hope, maybe. Dirt down here or die on our own shit. Finally, a few of those bastards in the garden dangling have a life out of him.
Oh, Perel. Everything all right?
Nothing is all right. Nothing. Fergalosh has declared war on us. Not only the cartel, the entire neighborhood.
You two have been enemies for as long as I've known you, Perel.
My dear friend, this time it's different. Ever since your truce, Fergalosh has lost all sense of decency. At first, I thought he just wanted to settle a few old scores. There were a few still open. He doesn't imprison simple smugglers and pickpockets anymore. He just has them executed. He breaks women's legs. He cuts off children's hands.
I ask you, my friend, can there be any other reason for that kind of bloodbath than pure cruelty?
Perel, what do you want from me?
To warn you. Sooner or later, that little dirt sucker will approach you and tell you all these atrocities were necessary. Don't believe him, not a single word of it. And be on the lookout for his people. Wouldn't be surprised if their next ambush is only 2 blocks away.
Right, Perel. I'll be careful.
There are too many guards who consider themselves to be judge, jury, and executioner.
My daughter's nothing but skin and bones.
Ah, Chiron.
Reverend, Margrave.
I'm glad you're conscious this time. Thank you again for your dedication to the good of the city.
What have you discovered?
This Gamut was a demon pact here. He had established a blasphemous cult and driven out the village of Fernfield's Deont. I smashed the cult, and the Deont is once again conducting services.
Well done! It is the soul which matters, especially in these dark times. Take this reward. May Rondra be with you. And be more careful in future. Evil often comes unexpectedly in the Shadowlands. My people can't be everywhere.
Especially since your people should be primarily concerned with the enemy beyond the walls, Metropolitan.
All the better that there are no disagreements as to who will execute the summoner my people caught.
To my knowledge, that was a certain traitor, one whose demise left a vacancy not only as your deputy, but also in the office of Plague Bailiff.
Metropolitan Turgilev, you're the leader of the Rondrians here in Warunk, right?
If titles are important to you, the Metropolitan represents the Sword of Swords, the head of the Church of Rondra.
Strange title.
The sword is the queen of weapons. It is simple, honest, and without guile.
And virtuous enough to be used to put false co-conspirators in their graves.
If you want to look at it that way.
Margrave, isn't your place really in the upper town?
That does not mean that I don't like to mix with people. I enjoy watching the carpenters just as much as I do spending an evening in the gardens up there. But you're right. Normally, Sergeant Fergalosh would be responsible for the lower town. Currently, however, some developments require my attention.
So the summoner finally gets his just desserts. Have you learned any more about why he was summoning demons within the walls?
His deeds were too reckless for a mage. His demonic masters must have ordered him to. Or fault.
We demanded answers from him, but he remained silent.
And your goddess doesn't like the methods available to force someone to answer, right?
Either way, the sword is too good for him, so he will hang. An interrogation will be a waste of time.
Where is this execution going to be held?
Marketplace, second hour.
And of course you too are welcome to be there when the villain gets his just desserts. Until then, farewell.
His hanging corpse will serve as a warning to those who still pact with demons.
Fine. See you at the execution.
And greet your father for me. I'm I'm sure he's expecting you. You'll find him in the old pillory.
The Metropolitan has decreed, whosoever pacts or communicates with demons
Welcome, Chiron.
shall burn. Whoever wears their symbols or speaks their language will lose their sight. Whoever protects their servants or their works or conceals such from the Deons shall be hanged by the neck until dead, dead, dead. Blessed be Rondra, divine lioness. Welcome, Chiron.
Do you even know which end of a sword to hold?
Announcement of the Metropolitan. Falk of Arivor was a traitor. All those who followed him brought shame upon themselves and Rondra's house. The dumb layman is forgiven, inasmuch as they were unable to see through Falk's lies. The following Deons, however, are challenged by the Metropolitan himself to the third blood, that the church continue to be devoid of any stigma. Hadumar of Pericum, Udalbert of Donnersbach, Rodriga of Donnersbach, Leomar of Andergast, Bernica of Festum, Corbinium of Werhai, Grifax of Werhai, Eberhel of Gareth, Rondralim of Valusa, Hilbert of Punin. Warunkians, keep your city clean. Whoever kills a dozen undead rats and delivers them to the temple shall receive an entire bowl of good soup. Be noted, a good character witness for the deeds must be named, whom the Dions shall seriously question.
Yesterday, the cartel went out on another.
You want to prove yourself useful?
Good. This deep cut in his neck, and he wasn't breathing anymore.
Whatever you do, do it with honor. See me when you have something to report.
I hear that the dead have risen to eat the flesh of the living in the refugee camp.
Here, people of Wadham, the penalty for fornication with the undead
from the armory.
is
They can
death
get the
through
grubby
being
fingers
buried
off.
alive.
And you want to say they didn't give you any
But
of
by
it,
the
you
divine
starved
lioness,
nonsense.
far worse are the eternal torments in the hells which await every desecrator of corpses. Beware, you who do not wish to cease your unholy amusements. The day of the dragon is
Piss off, and no stupid looks neither. What are you looking for around here? Punch in the head?
Don't be like that. I still need at least 2 more customers today.
Piss off, and no stupid looks neither.
A trip to paradise. Just take a trip to paradise. Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold though.
Better
There,
keep your head
sweetie.
down. Here, you can have a knife across your throat faster than you can say for feck's sake.
Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold though.
I wouldn't wander around here like that if I were you, but it's your life. Back there in the alley, that shadow. And there, in the window. And there, in the bushes. Eh? Keep your eyes open. What you want? Piss off, and no stupid looks neither.
Don't be like that. I still need at least 2 more customers today. Don't be like that. I still need at least 2 more customers today.
That shadow. And there, in the window. And there, in the bushes. Eh? Keep your eyes open. You should put your money pouch in your shirt. No need to make it easy for the cartel.
Yeah, but those bastards took everything from the armory they could get their grubby fingers on.
And you want to say they didn't give you any of it? You'd have starved long since.
Morning, Chiron. What kind of demons run amok?
Good day. At least, no demons so far.
Those snobs in this town don't care whether we eat dirt down here or die on our own shit. No one's allowed into the refugee camp. What kind of demons ran amok down